Hey everyone, this is Sam. How are things going? Bitcoin is currently trading at about 61,000, and I know that some people will be mad at me for even bringing this up because it's not that big of a deal. And they'd be right, we've been in this range before, but I want to explain why it's falling. For newer readers, they may be wondering why we just went up to 63,000 when it looked like we were going to keep going up for a couple of days. We're now at 65,000 to 66,000. Why are people optimistic when things are going badly? What should we be paying attention to? I'll talk about that in today's video. If you like it, please subscribe and turn on the bell icon below the video to see future videos. If you want to join, there is a link to Margex below the video. We are about to do an airdrop. An airdrop is coming up for people who trade on Margex. If you want to sign up now, you can get set up, make a payment, and get used to trading on the platform. Then you'll be ready for the airdrop. There's also a link to CoinW below the video if you want to check it out. Right now we have a bonus where if you deposit 100 USDT or more and place a futures trade, you can win 100 USDT to trade with. So definitely check this out below the video. You can trade futures or spot on CoinW. Now I do want to say a little bit of, watch out for con artists. Not only are there more scammers on Twitter, but there are also a lot of them on YouTube. Someone sent me 4 channels with different names and thumbnails, and each one had a deep fake of me talking about some. Amazon cryptocurrency is obviously a scam, but I read the comments and some people are saying, oh, I thought this guy was trustworthy. I guess he's a scam, or maybe he's in on it too. I'm not trying to get you to go buy some Amazon fake coin. The videos are all the same with different titles and thumbnails. The sad thing is that people are still falling for it, which is why they keep showing up. People click on them and send money or buy the token, log into the website, and connect their wallet. Don't do that. Be careful out there. I'm not going to start talking about Amazon on this channel, so be careful out there. One very classic thing, most likely. The form of this shows you what's going on, but first I want to talk about some good news that has nothing to do with why we're falling right now. Private jet rental service Candy Jets now accepts Bitcoin Lightning payments, so really wealthy people can go send them a bunch of money and pride and charter their private jets. We also have Japanese public company Metaplanet buying an additional 19.87 Bitcoin the company now holds. 117.7 Bitcoin worth about $7.4 million now. This is the company that Dylan Leclerc recently joined, and they're going to continue to buy Bitcoin. They're kind of like a mini MicroStrategy. At this point, they're going to continue to buy, and it seems like they're going to continue to post about their buying of Bitcoin. They're going to have a Bitcoin treasury, which is cool to see, and we continue to see more companies do this as well. I've talked about several different meat companies, butchers in the US, that have started to do this, have put their treasury in Bitcoin. I'm actually talking with one of them right now. I'm trying out some of their meat in the next week. We'll see how good it is. And then maybe I'll talk about on the channel to give like a little review on it or something, but maybe we can give you guys some discounts on meat too. You can also pay in Bitcoin for some of these different meats, which I'm not giving away my precious Bitcoin, but they're accepting Bitcoin, and some of them are, putting their treasury in Bitcoin, which is cool as well. So another thing. No Tesla. Some people don't want to hear about Tesla, but they made some big news that I think you should hear. Elon Musk hinted that the annoying thing in FSD would be removed in 12.4, and then he confirmed it. They are not going to make you touch a wheel. In FSD 12.4, you have to touch the wheel every 10 or 30 seconds, but it's not like a phone's touch screen. It doesn't know when you touch it and needs to feel some resistance. The issue is that it doesn't always sense resistance right away, and if you pull too hard, it disengages FSD. This is a big deal because I've used AutoSteer a lot and tried full self-driving now, and it's still there. You still have to keep your hand on the wheel every 10 to 30 seconds and it changes. It's not because it doesn't turn if someone turns in front of you 300 feet away or even 100 feet away with full self-driving on, the car won't slow down if it doesn't think you're going to hit it. But on AutoSteer, it will slam on the brakes. Even if it's clear they're not going to hit you, they're going 30 miles per hour or 20 miles per hour turning, and they're 300 feet in front of you, the car will stop, slow down really quickly, and then slowly speed back up, which is not human-like at all. I can see some people getting annoyed with this or having to touch a wheel. You should just go with FSD for $99 a month, especially now that this annoying thing has been taken away. Oil giant BP is investing heavily into the chargers for Tesla recently, and Tesla said that they weren't going to expand their charging infrastructure as quickly, and people thought, okay, maybe they just feel like they've hit max or hit the amount that they need to hit, especially with a lot of companies scaling back on the EV transition, but part of this might be because BP is willing to pay them now. This is interesting because Tesla doesn't have to pay for the chargers, and they actually get paid. They're going to make money from selling these to BP, and they might also make money over time. Who knows the deal that? They work out, but they're expecting to spend $1 billion by 2030. So this gives Tesla more capital either to return to shareholders or to invest in other places, which I think is really beneficial. Also, Tesla was just named the #1 energy storage company in the world from Energy Digital. They had an output of 14.7 GWh gigawatt hours. Now, this is significant. This was last year they had the 14.7 GWh hours. Now, I had to do a little bit research because I'm always bad converting these gigawatt hours, kilowatt hours, all that. So how much is a gigawatt hour? It's 1 million kilowatt hours. So they had a significant amount of those, right? They had 14.7 gigawatt hours, so 14.7 million kilowatt hours. What does a kilowatt hour power cooking in an oven for 30 minutes, using an iron for 60 minutes, keeping an immersion heater on for 20 minutes, running an electric shower for 6 minutes? Okay, so what they deployed last year could keep an oven on for 839 years. Okay, that's a lot, and remember, that's not like throughout the whole year. That's like they go store all this energy and then they use it and they can store it again. So I mean, the amount of storage that they're making is massive and they are growing quickly. This last quarter was a slower quarter for them. They only grew 4% in Tesla's energy in terms of profit or in terms of revenue, and really in storage deployments you can see just barely any growth from the year before, but this is the first quarter that's happened. If you look at any other, it's 50 to 100% growth. Just in 2017 they were at, I don't want 20th of where they're at now, so they've been growing this quite quickly, and I expect them to continue growing this in the future as the world needs storage. And the cool thing about this is, like, I kind of think of energy companies, either you're someone that produces energy or you're someone that stores energy, and people that produce energy, they're all different places. They have different. They do things in different ways to get energy, right? Coal, wind, sun, water, and there are a lot of different ways to fix those problems based on where you are and how people use electricity. But storage is the same everywhere. Keeping things stored, you just make something that works really well, stores a lot of energy, is as cheap as possible, and of good quality. It doesn't matter if you're in the desert or Antarctica, temperature probably plays a role, but it's pretty much the same. This is very scalable, so Tesla right now is interesting to me. I've bought Tesla stock in the last couple of months, but not in the last week or so.